Welcome back, children. Here we are going to discuss today about law of flotation and principle of buoyancy. So, when a body is immersed in a liquid, then the two forces act on the body. The very first force is the weight of the body, which is acting vertically downward, and the weight of the body W acting vertically downward, and it has a tendency to sink the body. So a body is acted upon by an upward force when it is completely or partially submerged in a fluid. This upward force is equal in magnitude to the volume of the fluid displaced by the floating body. So children, whatever the amount of liquid which is displaced because the body is immersed into the liquid, so that volume of the body will be equal to the weight of the body. So, and the second force which is acting on the body is the upthrust, which is acting vertically upward. That is a liquid upthrust or the buoyant force. So, the very first, you can see now the two forces. One is because of the weight of the body, it has the tendency to sink into the liquid or go into the down, and the buoyant force of the liquid which is acting vertically upward, and the buoyant force is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the immersed part. So this weight of the liquid which is displaced by the immersed part of the body, that will be equal to the buoyant force which is acting by the liquid. So because of these two forces, there are three cases which are arising. The very first case, which is if the weight of the body is greater than the buoyant force. So what happens, children, if the weight of the body is greater than this liquid buoyant force or the liquid upthrust? In that case, the density of the body will be greater so that it will sink into the liquid. Like if you drop an iron nail and if you are dropping a rubber cork in water, so the iron nail will sink into the body because the iron density is greater than the liquid density, water density. And but the rubber cork have the tendency to float because its weight is less or the density is less than the water, so it has a tendency to float. The second case arises that if the weight of the body W is equal to the buoyant force F, in that case the body will just float just inside the liquid surface. And if the third case is the weight of the body W is less than the buoyant force. So if the weight is less than the buoyant force, in that case the body floats partly submerged when density of the body is less than the density of the liquid. So three cases are, the very first is if W is greater than F, then the body will sink. If W and F both are equal, then they will cancel each other and the body will be just above the liquid surface. And if the weight of the body is less than the buoyant force, then it will be partly submerged. So this is the important three cases of law of flotation, children. And the law of flotation says that weight of the floating body will be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by its immersed part. So law of flotation is what? Weight of the floating body is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by its immersed part. Now in this example you can see that the part of the, it depends that in which way it is going to immerse into the liquid. It also depends that what part of the body is immersed into the liquid. If partly a very small part is immersed and if a very large part is immersed, in both the cases they will immerse into the liquid, that will be on complete different angles. So it also depends on what part of the body is immersed. So thank you, children. Have a nice day.